Hello Aries, and welcome to Healing Dove Tarot. Aries, today we're going to have a look at the love energy for couples from the 19th to the 26th of December. So let's get started. Aries, at the bottom of the deck as you come into this period, you have the card of Justice. So I feel like as you're coming up to Christmas and the holiday period, you could be really trying to find that balance in your relationship, okay? And it's interesting because the description on this card, the way that it's the imagery on this card, the way that it's drawn is between head and heart. Do you see that? Like it's literally got a brain and a heart. I'll allow it to adjust. So for me, it's between head and heart decisions, right? You have some really beautiful cards here for this upcoming period, but you have a couple that are also showing me potentially challenging kind of energy. What do I mean by that? You know, as an Aries moon and an Aries rising, one of the things that I find in a relationship that is my biggest flaw or downfall is that sometimes I'm very quick in my responses, and in doing that I can offend my romantic partners easily, because sometimes I see the end result a lot faster than what they do, and I'm like, oh, would you just hurry up and would you just do this? And it's stressful times when it's like the holiday season, Christmas, there's family coming, in-laws, all those wonderful things. I think sometimes we can tend to snap at the ones we love the most because they're the ones that actually see us for who we are. And Aries, you have that energy around you. But let's get started with the good stuff. So you started this period, the 19th, 20th, 21st, with the Fool and the Ace of Cups. So this is beautiful. For some of you, it could be, some of you could have had a bit of a trying time recently, and you could be getting back together with your partner. So the Fool is all about new beginnings. Ace of Cups is about a renewal in love. So potentially it might be for some of you, and remember this is a general reading, so take what applies for you in your personal situation. Maybe you've had a break, or maybe you've been arguing and haven't been seeing eye to eye, haven't had that balance between what you really feel and sometimes what we say. But now I see that coming together. I see a resurrection in love. And I say that like maybe had an argument because you have the Nine of Wands at the bottom of this pair as you come into the period. So the Nine of Wands speaks about, you know, almost getting to that 10, almost wanting to drop everything else. Like if you have a look, he's a little bit under attack, right? And it's kind of like showing, this is what how I would describe in a psychic attack if I saw it in someone's aura, but it's like someone's coming to attack you. And maybe this is how you feel, Aries. Maybe you're the one, your partner's giving you a hard time and you feel on the defensive. All I'll say is you've got this beautiful energy of having a renewal when it comes to your romantic connection. Now, whether you are newly partnered, so whether you've just gotten into a relationship, whether you've been married for 20 years, this is a beautiful energy to take advantage of, okay? It's like really resetting the clock. And what's interesting is that this energy is here for you right at the Cancer full moon. So the Fool's literally major arcana. It's the beginning of a new cycle. It's the beginning of a new karmic cycle. And Aries, if I remembered correctly, in the last joint reading I did for couples and singles, and if you haven't seen that, you can go back and have a look. It was for the 10th to the 16th of December. I titled that reading Empowered in Love because I felt like you were finding your strength again when it came to your romantic connections and relationships. And that's probably still what's carrying on for some of you now when it comes to your partnerships or your marriage or however your situation is, right? It's finding that strength, but finding balance in that strength. So this is back to what I was saying before about being very careful with our words and how we react and what we say, but still being able to communicate when we feel under attack or pressured or threatened or just any of those kind of negative things that makes us feel less than worthy. And you know, if it's not you doing it, Aries, if you're receiving it on the other end, just come at your partner with love, because as I said, it's a stressful time for everyone at this time of year. And you know, you can choose to take advantage of this energy and make it stronger, so take the vibration and make it a really beautiful couple of days, or you can choose to do the flip side of it and turn it into more stressful. And how you react, being a cardinal fire sign, is going to have an effect on your partner, okay? You are the leader of the zodiac, and you know, it's beautiful. You're coming up here nice and strong in this connection as the Emperor, so that's beautiful. Now, as you get to the weekend, well, let's say it's probably more the beginning of next week, just before Christmas, you have the Three of Cups and the Devil. So this for me in a couple connection shows me celebrating in excess. So just be careful on Christmas Eve. I see lots of drinking with friends and family, but coupled with the Devil card, it's things that are done to the limit. And I'm just having a look at your soul reading. Yeah, it's funny. Your soul reading was all about gratitude for this week. So just be careful with your health and excessive drinking and giving thanks to others if things are coming up when you're drinking. So for example, maybe you just have that one gin too far and that's what sets you off, because I have the Seven of Wands here and that's quite a defensive energy. Now Aries, please don't take this in any wrong way, because as I said to you, I'm an Aries moon and an Aries rising, so this applies as much for me as it does for you, but I'm just trying to give you both sides of the polarity here, right? You've got this beautiful brand new beginning, the Fool and the Ace of Cups, a resurrection in love. It's like a reconnection, remembering all the reasons why you chose to connect with this person, with your partner, with your loved one. And you know, that doesn't, it's irrelevant on time, on a human based of time, how long you've been with that person. It's really about seeing for them what they are. And very quickly that can all flip again just because we've had one too many drinks on Christmas or Christmas Eve. So even though I'm giving you this warning, I do see for some of you that you will take it too far, because I have the Five of Swords. So that's, what's the best way to explain it? Winning an argument, but for what? And it's coupled with the Princess of Cups. So I feel like, and you know, Aries, maybe you'll resonate and give me a shout out or write in the comments below if you do this. I certainly know I do, although I'll never admit it to my family. Sometimes I can just be really short and sharp, and I'll say stuff that's I think that's really quite funny and sarcastic, but is quite hurtful. And then immediately, as soon as I say it, I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. I should probably take that back, because I can see the hurt in their eyes or whatever. So it's almost like as soon as you do this thing or whatever it is and you react, here's the apology that you give. Now, it could be vice versa, all right? It is a general reading, so this energy could be a heads up on what's going to come around you. And it's Christmas, so, you know, the important message of this reading for you this week is about finding balance and harmony between what you know is logic and to be true. You know, maybe you are right. Maybe whatever they said or maybe whatever they did, they were being, you know, obnoxious and you needed to call them on it. It's just be careful the way you do it, all right? So yeah, the message, as I was saying, for this week when it comes to your intimate relationships with your partner, with your wife, even with your friends and family that you're celebrating with Christmas, is balance the logic in your mind with your heart and what you actually feel for people. So see if you can try and catch yourself before saying the wrong thing and coming across the wrong way. Other than that, and that message alone, I see it being a really beautiful week for you, Aries. Much love, celebration, happiness, joy. I see it all here. Nice week. All right, let's draw for you some additional guidance. Additional guidance for the sign of Aries, Aries couples from the 19th to the 26th of December. Thank you, Spirit. There it is. Wow, did you see that fly? That one was like so your message. And the message of the card is never-ending story. So this is what I feel like is this, it's never-ending, right? We're always trying to balance it out, that harmony between mind, body, and soul, what we think, what we say, what we do. So much pressure. Don't worry, Aries, my dear Aries, I feel you. 37. Okay, so the keywords of this card are self-criticism, the wounded ego, and here's the big one, unnecessary dramas, Aries. Sometimes your heart enters into a contract with another person that results in pain, not because of abuse or neglect, but for some other more complex reason. Shame, fear of intimacy, and low self-esteem are the greatest challenges to the success of a relationship. Consider how valuable this knowledge is, however. Right now you have an opportunity to take up healing, but you must reflect on the stories you weave about love, connection, abandonment, rejection, and loneliness. Not only do you need to begin a new story, you need to forgive yourself for telling yourself the old ones. Have compassion for the part of you that believes all of those narratives. None of them were ever true anyway. Wow, Aries. So I'll just touch on this briefly because it's quite a deep message. For some of you, it is the holidays, so you can be feeling a little bit of maybe loneliness or rejection. Perhaps one of your parents have passed. I'm getting people that have passed over, and it could be a quite trying time for you. Maybe that's why your defenses are up, and maybe that's why you're taking it out on your partner. Just know that you are so worthy of love and all of this joy and abundance I see around you, okay? I hope you found this reading helpful, Aries, and I wish you a very Merry Christmas.